Yes, we're back again. Good evening, everyone that's tuned in, listening to Relax this evening. It's me, Justin. We're back again. I had a week off last week, but we're back to kill it again tonight. Just gonna have a chill chat this evening. It's just me on my own. So,
Online on the iOS and Android, on your mobile phones. Great speakers conversation around the globe. This is Relax Radio.
It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. So listen to us, yeah, 24 hours. And let the happiness come to you on Relax Radio. Tune in to Relax Radio.
Relax Radio.
cool. So we're back. As I say, it's just me this evening, and we're gonna be having a nice little chat. Basically, yeah, just reading some interesting stuff that I found online. Um, don't forget to give the Facebook page a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow the Instagram, Twitter, all that good kind of stuff. If you do fancy calling in and joining my monologue tonight, you can do. Don't forget on the studio number. That's 07852 473 473. Again, 07852 473 473. So yeah, I mean, I hope everyone that's listening is coping with lockdown well. It's a bit of a weird one, really, isn't it? Like they called it a lockdown, but I mean, is it really a lockdown? Can I say that? I mean, compared to the first one, it doesn't feel like a lockdown at all, really. I mean, apart from a poor few shops and pubs, everything seems to be pretty normal, I'd say. Um, I mean, what's going on, Boris? Like, realistically, mate, it's ridiculous. Um, we need someone enforcing, because the thing is, like, if you're not going to be enforcing it properly, like the way I see it is, it's the virus is going to spread like it normally was. Like, I mean, the amount of people out in the streets and in shops nowadays, there's no I mean, the restrictions are minimal. It's silly, really. Anyway, I'm ranting already. Um, yeah, I saw a funny quote earlier as well, actually. Some guy on Twitter, he was saying he wouldn't even know there was a pandemic without the news, which is quite funny, really, because as I say, walking around, you wouldn't really think there would be, would you? Personally, I can't wait for it all to go back to normal anyway, but anyway, that's just me. Yeah, so basically, what I'm going to be doing, plain and simple, is just reading off some interesting stuff that I found online today, as I don't have a guest. Um, don't worry, we're not going to be going on for too long, rabbiting down here, but yeah, we'll keep it nice and simple. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out with the 50 craziest natural phenomenons around the globe. We'll just rattle through a few of these. Um, I've had a look at some of them here. To be fair, they are quite interesting. The first one is called frozen methane bubbles. All right, this is found in Canada. It's a bit of a bizarre name. What it basically is there's these pockets of gas underwater, and sort of look like icy sphere bubbles. You find them in lakes. They lie just below the surface of the water and found in northern lakes, including Abraham in Alberta. That's in Canada. And they form when dead leaves, grass, and animals fall into the water. They sink and then are eaten by bacteria that excrete methane. The gas is released as bubbles that transform into tens of thousands of icy white discs when they come into contact with the frozen water. And it's a bit of a shame you can't really see the pictures because the pictures of this are pretty crazy, and it does make you want to do a bit of traveling. I can't lie. Canada's definitely on the bucket list for myself. But yeah, frozen methane bubbles. Who would have thought? Honestly, some of the stuff you can find in this world is pretty out of this world. Um, anyway, that's the first one. Uh, yeah, visit Canada. I'm sure they need the tourism. Anyway, come on, let's go on. All right, Blood Falls, Antarctica. This one's pretty mad. Again, it's a bit of a shame you can't really see the pictures because this one's wild. This is in East Antarctica, McMurdo Dry Valleys. It looks what it looks like on the picture, right? Is it looks like a slowly pouring scarlet red blood. This is what the page on the internet's telling me. Um, yeah, it stains snowy white Taylor Glacier and Lake Bonny in East Antarctica. That is. The trickling crimson liquid isn't blood, however, obviously, nor is it water dyed by red algae, as early Antarctica pioneers first speculated. In fact, the brilliant red tint comes from an extremely salty subglacial lake. Okay. About 2 million years ago, a hypersaline body of water became trapped beneath Taylor Glacier, isolated from oxygen and heat. As the salt water trickles through a fissure in the glacier, it reacts with oxygen in the air, which creates this spectacular red-coloured cascade. Um, it's also only accessible by helicopter, which is pretty cool. I'd like to visit that. I mean, Antarctica is a bit of a crazy one, right at the bottom of the globe. Go visit the the blood rivers. Sounds, mate. All right. Next on the list, we got the Hidden Beach. That's in Mexico. It's a secret beach. It's called Playa del Amor. It's located on one of the Marietta Islands off the coast of Mexico, or sorry, Marietta Islands off the coast of Mexico. In the middle of the land, a bomb blast is created this beach. Okay, so Mexico began testing bombs in the uninhabited Marietta Islands in the early 1900s, resulting in a gaping hole in the surface of one of the islands. Over time, tides filled the hole with sand and water, creating a secluded, watery Eden. Playa del Amor, literally Lover's Beach, is invisible from the outside, but visitors can access it through a 24-meter long tunnel that links the secluded beach to the ocean. That is mad. Honestly, that one out of all of them, that looks so sick. I definitely want to visit there. Um, as it, as I say, it's a bit of a shame really you can't get the photos up on here. But honestly, that was spectacular. That, and to think you got a tunnel that takes it to the actual coastline. That's pretty insane. I can't lie. That's definitely one for the bucket list as well. There. Go with this, have it. Right, cool. So, what's this? Number 4 or number 5? I think. The Pink Lake Hillier in Australia. So this is a bright pink lake. It's it's nestled among dense emerald green woodlands, surrounded by the deep blue of the Southern Ocean. And there are a series of lakes. It's not just one lake. In a shocking shade of bubblegum pink. Who would have thought? So the most well-known one is Lake Hillier, which is a 600-meter long lake on an
business by advertising on Relax Radio.
It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. So listen to us, yeah, 24 hours, and let the happiness come to you on Relax Radio. Tune in to Relax Radio.
It has been too long. No one has taken the initiative to know who you are and what you do. Well, Relax proudly presents Relax Media to unite and expose all media related personalities under one umbrella. If you are an artist or maybe you're looking for one, look no further. Log on to www.relaxmedia.com, RELAKS media.com. In return, you get a free webpage and exposure to wider fan appreciation and contacts. Also, optional personal manager.
Yes. Um, but on my own this time. Um, as I've already stated, if you do want to call in, you can have a chat with me if you want. Be about anything you want, really don't mind. That's on 07852 Don't forget, as I say, to like the Facebook page, follow the Twitter, all the socials, YouTube, everything like that. So you can keep up to date on Relax Radio. And listening to all the amazing guests that we host on this show. Um, I'm sure everyone's heard of this next one that I'm listing here. It's the Aurora Borealis, otherwise known as the Northern Lights. You can find these in I've actually seen them myself in Iceland when I went on a school trip there. They are incredible. I can I can say that having actually witnessed them. Um, I'm pretty sure you can see them in other places other than Iceland, but they've listed it as Iceland here. They say they're like dancing lights in the sky. That is basically what they sort of are. And they come in all colours: green, purple, yellows, I think, like blues, all that kind of crazy, cool stuff. And they really do light up the sky. It's pretty magical. So it says here, as electrically charged particles from the sun react with atoms in the upper atmosphere, this heaven manifests itself on Earth. Oh, how beautiful! No, but honestly, I can see why they got that on this list. That is really nice. All right, number 42. They've got the bioluminescent shore in the Maldives. I've actually seen pictures of this. This is a this is a mad one. All right, so basically, because I can't, I'll describe the picture. Basically, what it is as the waves are crashing up onto the beach, it's sort of like fairy lights dotted in the breaking waves. Coming up. I mean, it's that does look incredible. I'd love to see that as well, actually. It occurs when the shimmers of the full moon, aggravates the tidal currents to wash the chemical energy off of phytoplankton buried in the Maldives shore. Well, there you have it. Yeah, that's incredible. That I think I've seen that in films or probably David Attenborough or something like that. Yeah, that's wicked. That lovely. What we got here? Catatumbo lightning in Venezuela. Okay, it looks, to be fair, the picture makes it look like ordinary lightning to me. I don't think anything of that yet. Should we see what it says? At a few kilometers above the point where the Catatumbo River amalgamates itself with the Maracaibo Lake, currents of cold and warm air storm together to electrify the hell out of this place. That looks nice, to be fair. I mean, it's a bit purple, but other than that, looks like pretty bog standard lightning. I can't lie. I would love to go to Venezuela though. I think, well, South America in general will be an amazing place to go to. Obviously, given the beautiful landscape, I suppose well, it's sort of like a travel show. This sort of bigging up different tourist destinations to visit. It's getting me thinking as well. Different places I want to go to. Do a bit of traveling. Be nice. Get out of lockdown London. Um, I'm sure there's places around the world where this lockdown isn't taking place at the minute. There's places you can escape to. We've already done the frozen ice bubbles. That photo is sick though as well. And the dirty thunderstorms. That was the volcanic. I don't know if anyone was listening earlier. We covered dirty thunderstorms. So that's like lightning which occurs in volcanic craters. That was actually crazy, to be fair. The pictures of this are mad. All right, number 38, turquoise ice crystals in Russia. I swear all ice crystals are turquoise anyway. Yeah. As the temperature in the loaded snow crust dwindles, and at various points they glow in the prettiest shade of turquoise. Fair play. Russia's a mental country, so it's so big. A bit like Australia, I suppose. Would be a good one to visit. Number 37, the Great Blue Hole in Belize, in Central America. A paradise for the wild scuba divers is this nearly perfect sphere of deep blue chasm, which was formed in the last ice age when the sea level was much, much lower. As the level raised up, naturally the hole developed to be a much deeper abyss. Oh, I don't know about that, to be honest. Real deep waters sort of scare me. Bit of a bit of a fear of mine, actually. I'd say really deep waters. You just don't know what's lurking down there in deep ocean. I mean, you get some crazy creatures down there in the deep seas, much bigger than you get on land anyway. I don't know about that one. Don't think I'll be visiting the Great Blue Hole in Belize, unfortunately. What about, okay, so number 36, you got the moon bow in Hawaii. To be honest, that's just, it's at night. Okay, so it's a rainbow at night. Also known as a lunar rainbow. It differs from a usual rainbow only in the fact that this glistening arc is created by the shimmers of moon rays. Okay, rather than sun rays. They got to have pretty strong moonlight there, then I suppose, in Hawaii for that to be the case. That's pretty crazy, actually. If you can actually see it at night, that'd be cool to go visit. You could see some what do they call it? Dirty thunderstorms from the volcanoes with their lightning in Hawaii, and at the same time, you could see a lunar rainbow. Absolutely phenomenal. What's that? What's that volcano called in Hawaii? Oh, escapes me now. If anyone knows, anyone who's listening, call in and let me know. I'd love to find out. That's on 07852 473 473. Yeah. Join in my discussion and give me a bit of information on the what is it? Escapes my mind now. The main volcano in Hawaii. Who knows? Oh well. Okay, so number 35, we got the Sort Soul in Denmark. Um, okay, otherwise known as the Black Sun, is a picturesque phenomenon that occurs when flocks of starling birds, over a million, um, make a march through the sky towards the north in every autumn. Okay, right. So it's just the migration of the birds from the south to the north um, in winter or whatever that is. I'm not even 100% sure, to be honest. I just heard of it in the past. I'm sure that's a spectacle, though. I mean, the pictures, as I say, all these pictures are nice, really. It's a real shame you can't see them. I think this show's a bit more of a visual show than a talking show, but we're just gonna have to make do. Um, I was actually reading this earlier. Sailing Stones USA. So basically, what it is in the Grand Canyon, they've got these massive 300-kilo boulders. And what scientists found was that they were moving through along the ground, but they didn't know how they were moving. I mean, they were these huge boulders, and they weren't really sure how they were moving. Um, and they left these massive long trails for kilometers behind. And basically, what was happening was, I think it was during the ice age, they'd be freezing over um, in like a sort of a frozen capsule, if you will, and then they'd be moving on frozen because obviously the ice will glide on ice. So the frozen bowl will glide on the frozen land, and yeah, create these massive long trails behind them. And I think it took them decades to find out actually, and they researched for quite a long time. But yeah, that's a fun little fact. The Sailing Stones in the USA, the Solo Wanderer. Yeah. Um. Okay, we've already done the Turkmenistan one. That was crazy actually. It's like a burning pit. It's been burning for over 50 years. I've got to go check that out. I wonder if it's still burning now. Madness. What about the Moeraki boulders in New Zealand? That looks like nothing special, I can't lie. It's a boulder in the ocean. Brilliant. How original. Okay, what about the sky number 31? The Sky Mirror in Bolivia. Okay. For the real feeling of walking over water. Salar de Uni, the largest salt flat. Ah, okay, with salt flat. Um, yeah, that looks pretty cool actually. It's the largest salt flat in the world. Um, what is a salt flat? Have a little look. I've heard of them before. I need I need a scientist to come on here. Um, talk through, fill me with information. Trying to provide all this information. I don't know anything about it myself. Natural salt flats are flat expanses of ground covered with salt. Okay, yeah. Salt and other minerals. It's literally just a piece of land covered in salt. Doesn't really sound like there's much to it. Usually shining white under the sun. They're found in deserts and other natural formations. Okay. Salt pan. That's the other name for them. Salt flat, salt pan. Um okay, so they form through evaporation of a lake or a pond, and then it leaves behind salt. Um, and yeah, this one in where was it? In Bolivia. Uh, again, the picture is very very cool. As I say, the pictures are the main thing with this. Realistically, um, so unfortunately I can't show you, but yeah. So this one's just a big mirror. Basically, it's just reflecting the sky. That make for a brilliant postcard actually. Think about that. Okay, number 30, we got Lake Hillier in Australia. We have already done that. That's the Pink Lake. Um, that is again, that's bizarre actually how pink that one is. Anyway, so 29, the Giant's Causeway in Ireland. Okay, I've seen this actually before. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Let me see if there's any more interesting text on that. Giants Causeway in Iceland. All right. It's an area of about 40,000 interlocking basalt columns. Bit of geology for you. And it's as a result of ancient um, volcanic an ancient volcanic fissure eruption. Okay, it's located in County Antrim on the north coast of Northern Ireland, about 3 miles northeast of the town of Bushmills. I know where that is, or anyone listening knows where that is. I doubt. Um, What's the slag off Bushmills? Big off all my Bushmills, lot. Um, yeah, that's pretty cool. That one. Bizarre looking. It looks completely unnatural. Can't lie. Big columns of basalt. That'd be one to see. It's close to home. Do a bit of travelling to Ireland, Northern Ireland. Okay, number 28. We got the snow chimneys in Antarctica. Um, right, what it looks like from the pictures, basically just a chimney made of snow, which is blowing what I imagine would be steam. Mm, that'd be cool. Snow chimneys. Snow chimneys, Antarctica. So if you go Antarctica, you can have a look at the blood rivers, the blood waterfalls, and also the snow chimneys. Because I don't think there's much else down there really. It's just sort of snow and ice. I mean, no one lives there. You can't really live there, can you? It's like minus 50 degrees. That would be a mad one to travel to, though. Antarctica, I can't lie. Um, while it's still there anyway. Given obviously global warming and all that, probably not going to be there in like 100 years' time. It's awful, isn't it? What are you going to do? Mount Erebus, is that in it? Second highest volcano in Antarctica and the southernmost active volcano on Earth. It is the sixth highest ultra mountain on the continent with a summit elevation of 3,794 meters. It's located in the Ross dependency on Ross Island. Wow. Yeah, I know Ross Island. Yeah, go there all the time, mate. Yeah. Oh dear. The volcano has been active since about 1.3 million years ago, and it's the size of Mount Erebus. Oh, sorry. And is the site of the Mount Erebus Volcano Observatory, run by the New Mexico Institute of Mining and Technology. Fascinating. There you go. You learn something new every day. Um, yeah, Antarctica's a mad one. There's a few bits of natural phenomena down there. Okay, number 27. Got the lenticular clouds in Japan. There's no not really much text provided on this one. Lenticular clouds, Japan. They look crazy though. Basically, what it is clouds stacked on top of each other, and they look like discs above a volcano. Um, as I say, so unfortunately you can't see the picture, but that looks crazy. Um, okay, there's stationary clouds that form mostly in the troposphere, typically in perpendicular alignment to the wind direction. They're often comparable in appearance to a lens or saucer. Yeah, it looks like a UFO. That is mad. Just learning more and more about this crazy world we live in terms of the natural world, anyway. I'd love to see that. I think Japan would be brilliant to go to. Be fascinating, wouldn't it? Okay. If you didn't think we could one up the blood rivers or the pink lake in Australia, there's a river of 5 colours, apparently, in Colombia. That's coming in at number 26 there. So it's got reds in it, it's got greens, blues, yellows, That does look crazy. Colombia. It's another reason to go to South America. So it's not an illusion. Okay, right. So it's the rocks beneath the surface, and the trees above. Oh, right. Yeah. Um, so I think it's just a reflection off of the rocks. No, it does. It looks pretty cool though. I can't lie. Definitely one to go visit. Um, for all you travellers out there, if you're ever in Colombia, visit the River of Five Colors. And while you're in South America, coming in at number 25, the tidal bores in Brazil, surfer's heaven, apparently, occurs when a river's flow fights against the next incoming tide. Ah, okay, right, yeah. The experience can be so adventurous, it can be humble even to the best of surfers. Or the Forest of Knives in Madagascar at number 24. What are they? Is that rocks? Oh yeah, they're limestone rocks. If you're listening in and you're on a computer, look these up with me. The Forest of Knives, Madagascar. That looks mad. It's enormous limestone formation. So they're basically shoots of limestone out of the ground. They look like big trees, but they're not. They're limestone rock. Perfect landscape for the next movie in the Gladiator series. It's what this pickyourtrail.com saying. I think it looks pretty spooky to be honest. How have I not heard of that? That looks crazy in Madagascar. It's another one for the bucket list. That I'd say. Number 23, the flowering desert in South America. That's that is just a oh okay because it's a desert and it flowers. Yeah, interesting. But it doesn't really look like much. Can't lie. What we got next? Number 21, circumhorizontal arc in America. Yeah, that's a rainbow in the sky. Brilliant. Okay, sun or moon rays when refracted from the atmosphere. Okay. All right, so it's ice crystals in the sky, and they resemble a rainbow. Okay, never heard of that before. To be fair, it's pretty cool. Well, not really. Uh, so I suppose. What about the underwater? Okay, so number 20, the underwater river in Mexico. Sounds a little bit like the beach they had there that we covered earlier. What was that beach called? Um, okay, the hidden beach. Oh yeah, the Playa del Amor. Um, yeah, that was located on one of the Marietta Islands off the coast of Mexico. Okay, so that was off the coast of Mexico. There's a bomb crater, um, which actually formed a beach inland, which the what does it say? So over time, the tides filled the hole with sand and water, creating a secluded watery Eden. Yeah. And visitors can access it through a 24-meter long tunnel that links the secluded beach to the ocean. That was pretty crazy. And they've also, by the sounds of it, got this underwater river in Mexico. How does that work? Underwater river? Doesn't make any sense. The spectacular underwater river, Sinot Algalita, following under the Yucatan Peninsula, is sure to make you feel weak in the knees. How bizarre. I don't know how that one works. So for a good one here. Mm, the marble caves in Chile. No one would mind saving up for an eternity to get closer to this place. Keep in mind, nature has been working on it for 6,000 years. By driving the waters to wash the calcium carbonate off the walls. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool to be fair. In Chile, South America. A lot of these are in South America or Americas, Canada again. Yeah, South America is a hotspot for natural phenomena, by the sounds of it. If you know about any natural phenomena in South America or anywhere, give me a call on the studio number. Join in my conversation. We're running out of interesting natural phenomena here. So, as I say, if you've got something to add to the conversation, um, or anything else you want to talk about, just give me a bell on 07852 Going to take a quick little break and be back in 5 minutes again. So yeah, do come back and I'll fill you with some more fun facts. Yeah, there we have it.
Relax Radio. Whoa, Relax Radio. আপনি হয়তোবা জানেন না যে রেডিও অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট ইজ 4 times more powerful than any other media. রিল্যাক্স রেডিওতে যদি অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করতে চান তাহলে আমাদেরকে আজই যোগাযোগ করুন on 020-7474-9292 আমাদের সাথে অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করুন from £99 a month. Increase your business by advertising on Relax Radio.
It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. So listen to us, yeah, 24 hours. And let the happen to you on Relax Radio. Tune in to Relax Radio.
It has been too long. No one has taken the initiative to know who you are and what you do. Well, Relax proudly presents Relax Media to unite and expose all media related personalities under one umbrella. If you are an artist or maybe you're looking for one, look no further. Log on to www.relaxmedia.com, RELAKS media.com. In return, you get a free webpage and exposure to wider fan appreciation and contacts. Also, optional personal manager. Don't delay. Relax Radio.
Cool. Come on in. We'll do one final session of chatting about interesting natural phenomenon. What I'm going to do now actually is switch it up a little bit, and we're going to do a list of natural disasters by death toll. All right, so the natural disasters throughout history that have caused the most deaths, as a nice, eerie, dark, interesting topic to cover. Yeah, just a bit of a different one. So a natural disaster is a sudden event that causes widespread destruction, major collateral damage, or loss of life brought about by forces other than the acts of human beings, i.e., natural forcings. A natural disaster is normally caused by something such as an earthquake, flooding, volcanic eruption, landslides, hurricanes, etc. To be classified as a disaster, it will have to have a profound environmental and/or human loss of life effect, and they often frequently also cause financial loss. Cool. So the 10 deadliest, we've got a list of here. Okay, so I should probably start at number 10, shouldn't I? So it coming in at number 10, and scoring, it's got a number of 229,000 deaths. Okay, that's a bit of an estimate. It's Typhoon Nina in China. This occurred on the 7th of August, 1975. Um, yeah, the Typhoon Nina in China, right? So it's a typhoon. Um, Known in the Philippines as Typhoon Bebeng. All right, there you go. The fourth deadliest tropical cyclone on record. Cyclone. What's a cyclone? Yeah, so at least 229,000 people died. That's horrific. That's only number 10 on the list as well. All right, so there's a collapse of a dam due to heavy floods caused a string of similar dams to collapse, adding to the damage caused by the typhoon. As I said, that was in 1975. Not even too long ago, really. Um, there was a 1.2 billion dollars loss estimated uh, as a result of the typhoon. That's pretty crazy. But what's even more crazy is coming in at number nine, we've got a loss of 270,000 deaths. That was also in China. That was from an earthquake in 1920, the Haiyun earthquake. That's located in central China. What was that coming in at on the Richter scale? Magnitude is 7.8. That's mad. That is massive. Yeah, so that's 270,000 deaths that came in at. Just goes to show how crazy the world is. We don't really get any events like that happening in this country, really, but well, fortunately, we don't. Touch wood. Anyway, I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, unfortunately, in other parts of the world, they do have catastrophic events like this. I'm gonna skip over a couple of them. Um, yeah, they more I think about this, the more peak this is really. Number five on the list, that's in excess of 500,000 deaths. Um, this is located in East Pakistan. Oh, sorry, or now Bangladesh. Occurred in 1970, and that's a cyclone again. I think a cyclone is sort of. I don't even know what I think a cyclone is sort of like a massive storm, really, isn't it? Um, with just yeah high winds and that kind of stuff. But like yeah, so this occurred in 1970. This tropical cyclone ever recorded, and one of the deadliest natural disasters ever. As I say, at least 500,000 people died. Primarily, yeah, got some lovely evening listening here. Right, number four, we got coming in at 655,000 deaths. It's just getting more and more shocking. That happened in 1976. This is the Tangshan earthquake, which is in China. Trying to get some awful earthquakes by the sounds of it. Um, in minutes, 85% of the buildings in Tangshan collapsed or were unusable. All services failed. Most of the highway and railway bridges collapsed or was seriously damaged. Um, Saying this is possibly the third or possibly second deadliest earthquake in recorded history. Okay, so that occurred in northeast China, on the coast, and that when did I say that was? That was in 1976. Tangshan. Oh, okay, right. So the top four Right, so that's fourth in the order. And the top three, all of those are also all occurring in China. That's really unfortunate for the Chinese there. Um, oh, okay, right. In number three, though, that happened in 1556. Right, so that was hundreds of years ago, and that resulted in 830,000 deaths. Um, right, where was that? Uh, this is all right. So that was also an earthquake. That was in sort of central China, also due to an earthquake. Okay, there, yeah, an earthquake again. As I say, they got some real shocking earthquakes occurring in China. How unfortunate. Um, Coming in at second, well, it's a big jump there from 830 in third place to 2 million deaths. In 1887, the Yellow River flood. I think I've actually heard of this before. It was a devastating flood on the Yellow River in China. This river is prone to flooding due to an elevated nature of the river, running between dikes above the broad plain surrounding it. The flood, which began in September 1887, killed at least 900,000 people. However, the highest estimated death toll is 2 million. 2 million people. My days. That is shocking, especially in 1887 when the population of the place would have been so much lower. That would have been such a high percentage of people. That is mad. And that is only second place. Right, coming in its first place here, we're scoring a total of 4 million. 4 million. Let me say 4 million. That's mad. 4 million deaths due to a natural disaster. As I say again, that's in China. That was in 1931, um, due to flooding. Okay. In the Yangtze River. Okay, again, it was flooding. A series of floods that occurred from June to August in 1931. And it hit major cities such as Wuhan, um, Nanjing, and beyond. Um, yeah, that can you imagine? 4 million people. That's crazy. I can't imagine how awful that would have been. So that is yeah. So there you have it. That's the that one. The flooding on the Yangtze River, or sorry, should I say flooding events? Was the natural disaster with the highest death toll ever recorded. That's mad. It's expanding my mind, my knowledge, reading all this information. um, yeah, so there you have it. It's just a few fun facts for you. Um, Unfortunately, I couldn't have a guest on tonight, but I hope I've filled you with some interesting new statistics you can tell all your mates about. Um, and yeah, I think we'll call it a day to that. And have a nice night, people. I'll speak to you later.
X Radio.